That's good.
Yeah. Two.
Things.
Mm.
Turn phones.
Oh, dear me. Hello, Carol Fry. Hello, Carol Fry. Carol Fry seems to be the first one on.
Always.
All the time. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Claire. Have you put it on channel for me? Hello, Sue. Hello, Shirley. We've just been watching. Well, long story. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Val.
Just going around.
Yeah. Hello, Mandy. Hello, Susan. Hello, Dina. Hello, Laura. Hello, Macamera.
Hello.
Hello, Julie. Hello, Precious. My precious. Hello, Shirley again. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Janet. Hello, Mida. Is it Mida?
Yeah.
Hello, Sonia. Hello, Sue. Hello, Candace. Hello, Corey. Hello, Norma. You enjoying supporters? Hello, Cheryl. You will tomorrow. Hello, Catherine. Evelyn. How many got on? 200. Hi, Agnes. Hi, Phil. Hi, Fief. Not you, Phil. Hi, Joe. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Cassandra. Let's get sharing tonight, guys. Hi, Denise. Hi, Lindsay. Okie dokie. Right. So, tonight, it's a little bit different. We're not hunting. We're not hunting tonight, but... Just a minute, guys. Oh, thank you for your stars. Don't know what you're laughing at. Thank you, Karen Jones. Right, just let me clean that. It looks a bit... Is that better? Right? It could be the lighting in here. So, as you know, we are away for our RGH bonding weekend. Bond main page. Bonding weekend. So there's quite a few of us. There's 17 of us come along to Wales. We are in a beautiful manor house. It is quite scary. And just to let you know, that Ron's just found a secret room in my bedroom. We can't get into it, but there's a light and it comes on. But anyway, we'll show you that in a bit. What?
I'm going to go outside, see if there's a window.
Good idea. That's a good idea. Put the light on.
Yeah, I thought you could
So,
take your library.
yeah. So let me just turn the camera. So, hello, Gary. Would you like to say who you are?
I'm Gary.
Right.
Fiona.
And what do you do?
Oh, Mod Fiona. Sorry. Shell. Mod. Sammy Mod. Debbie Mod.
Alex Dieter.
Did you have to think about that?
That's how you pronounce it in Welsh. Libby Mummy's daughter.
Libby Mummy's daughter. Who's Mummy? Yes, Libby is my daughter and also an investigator when she feels like it.
Amy Investigator. Jamie Data.
Rob, investigator.
Trevor, investigator.
It's like a big university
Lamina
challenge.
Investigator.
Wendy, Mod and Historian.
Jam Mod.
Dressed up for
Nick
the
investigator. Mac investigator.
Matt?
Yeah,
Are we changing it?
I don't like the full name, so
Right, so after 5.5 years, Mac wants to be called
yeah, that's it.
Mac instead of Macca. I need a cup of tea after that. So, if you watched last Friday,
Come back then.
if you watched last Friday, you would have seen this this beautiful Juho over there. Juho. Over there. So, I'm going to come over and I just want you to tell your little story about your chat in the car on the way back from Annesley.
So, we had been doing a hunt at Annesley. There was me, Trevor, Macca. That was it, wasn't it? I think there was three of us. And we've kind of had like this like little burning yearn for quite a while to do something a bit different. How? So, I can't believe you used to be on the camera. Professional and all that.
Carry on.
So we wanted to do like a bit of an experiment. So we thought it'd be really, really cool to look at doing a duo loan with no communication whatsoever, and to see if we could get spirit or energy to communicate between two different locations at the same time. Anything you want to add, Trevor?
No, I think you've covered it.
Okay, so Ron, it was very out of sort of like your nature, should I say, to actually want to put yourself in a very vulnerable situation.
I've never in 3.5 years done a loan
No.
like that. I've done like loans in like when there's been other team members there, but to do something where there's quite a fair distance between us in the middle of nowhere was very disconcerting, I think is the word.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question. Was you scared?
Yeah.
At what point did you become scared?
As soon as we got the car set off.
Really?
We said, didn't we? We were both like literally like set
It
off
gets
and
you. Well, just as soon as you go in there,
belly's flipped.
you feel it.
But then as we got nearer and we was actually like trying, when we got actually to pull up where you park, we got out the car, we both were like,
What have we done this for?
yeah.
And even more so, we were planning in the car to set up the different locations
Yeah.
together, and then we'd meet in the middle, and then we'd go our own way. So we would have seen both locations. But because we weren't late, but time was a little bit tighter than we thought. We arrived just like, one's got to set up his, I've got to set up mine, and even just walking to the cave, spooky. On your own.
So, because you're quite brave, aren't you, really? You're braver than Ron. Well, you are in stuff like that. I mean, I can't even begin to imagine seeing myself sat in a dark cave, blindfolded, or even on my own. I would be so vulnerable. A lot of people say, why would you be scared when you ghost hunter? It really, really does me tree in that. It's like, if people knew the situations that we put ourselves in, yeah, you're a human being. You are going to be scared. You're calling out to spirit. You don't know when it's going to come. You don't know what's going to come. And you're vulnerable. And you're in the dark. I mean, that's on most hunts anyway, isn't
I
it?
think even just walking around, your senses are heightened on your own. So walking around, already you're starting to feel fun. Every little noise is amplified even more. Loans aren't easy.
You've got nobody there either for you to be rational.
No.
So like when you like, when the moth hit my hand, in the first part I was like, but even to the point when doing deprivation, I said to you in the car yesterday, didn't I? Like I freaked myself out because I had the headphones on and the eye mask, and I felt something touch my ankle, and so I opened my eyes behind the mask and I could see something moving, and it was like wiggly worms everywhere, and I was like, oh God, what is it? And then I figured out it was my eyelashes. I could see my own eyelashes.
You thought it was an octopus, you told me. So
it was
funny.
just like,
So funny. Well, you both did absolutely amazing. But the other people that did amazing was people like Janie and Alex. So I'm going to go to Janie first. What was it like that night?
Busy.
Busy.
Yeah, full on.
Absolutely.
Get the words down.
Which investigator did you take on?
Trevor.
Trevor. So you had Trevor, which the spirit talker was mad.
Yeah.
The REM pod was absolutely
Didn't stop.
Flashy balls. It was crazy. Alex, what was it like for you?
Same, busy, and then while they were swapping over and setting up, trying to get the data from Jamie to put it into my spreadsheet so I could compare as they were doing it. Because obviously I didn't have a clue what had gone on Trevor's. I was trying to watch, but I had to focus on Ron's.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just, if you could see the spread, the initial spreadsheet. I think only I could understand that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was busy but fun.
So, to anybody in the room, to any of my investigators, why do you think it's so important to collect data?
Look back. See if
Previous
things
hunts and that.
Yeah.
occur.
Confirm any evidence that we do pick up.
Absolutely.
If it is evidence or not, or if it's just coincidence.
I think it's the most fantastic thing that we've done in Retford Ghost. It's moved us on into a different realm of not just going out, doing your thing, going back home. It becomes habitual. I think that it's good to have a reason and a collective, data. I think it's fantastic.
You as well, because like this is everything to you, the team, and
Absolutely.
RGH, to have that sort of history to look back on. Like, it's obviously you're doing something and you're getting enjoyment and everything out of it, but just you having that bit of, oh look, I did that. Like, you've got something physical to show for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. It's amazing the data that you've done. I mean, you work your fingers to bone with it, don't you? Bless you.
And you have arthritis in a few years.
I'll be having big claim coming in, I know. So, to anybody else in the room, what was your favourite bit from that night? If anybody would like to tell us. Oh, let me think.
It was very hard to try and watch one and then switch to the other.
It was.
Trying to see what the other one was doing. But it was just to watch them at work. Just to watch them go through what they were going through on their own.
Yeah. Could you have done it, Phil?
No.
No.
No, I don't think I could.
I would have struggled.
Guess what's happening next week?
Guess what's happening next week?
I wouldn't mind sitting there on my own, but to have someone outside or beside, near enough, yes. But the way they done it, hands to you guys, it was amazing. I didn't watch it all because obviously I was falling asleep, but...
What do you mean, obviously? What do you mean, obviously? That's so funny.
They done amazing. They really did.
They did.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Riveting.
I found it very hard to follow both. Ron and Trevor came back and said, well, did we get anything, didn't you? And I went, not really. It was all right, didn't I? And because I didn't pick up on what Alex found. And then when Alex started to put stuff on to us, we were like, are you kidding? Are you kidding? It were
I think that was
nuts.
part for us as well. Is we didn't know what was going on, and we didn't
Of course.
know where. Because part of like being when you're investigating is to try and build and get that knowledge of the story of what's going on. But when you've got kind of your story going on, you're kind of hoping that you want to corroborate with the other person of what's going on, and you don't know if you're getting it. Whereas like when you're investigating with somebody else in a team, you're getting that joint.
Of course, you get the flow.
Yeah.
Did you find it difficult, so after the live had ended and everything, when you got back together, did you find it difficult to remember things that had happened, like try and figure out?
That's where you're valuable, because you can't remember. You're so in the zone about what you're doing and what you're focusing on in that moment. And an hour and a half later, 2 hours later, what happened at the beginning of the night? That's just like
That's the same at every hunt
I
now.
remember that, but all the individual little words, we couldn't even collaborate walking back to the car.
No.
And that's where you guys, our mods, the whole team, our historian, everything links together. And when you piece it all together at the end, that's when we've been amazed from what you've shared. We can't wait to share it with everybody else.
Crazy.
We walk back to the car, 15, 20 minute walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite out in the sticks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of bits have correlated, but apart from that, you can't remember and see.
What I found amazing was, because obviously we were live with Ron modding on the main bit, and then obviously I watched Ron, and then the next day I watched Trevor's, and the same things that came up, like, it's just, insane, like, what Ron had in one place and then what Trevor had in the same place when they swapped over. Once you watch them both together, you see that link of stuff that comes through, and I think that it just is pure fantastic evidence.
A side-by-side video would be good,
when you're
wouldn't it?
watching it side by side, it's such, the evidence is just bang on. And I think with RGH, we show like the truth. You know, we always debunk if we believe that that it's not there. But when we find something, it's always pure. Do you know what I mean? It's from the heart, and you're like, we're not rubbish, like saying rubbish and that. And I think that is the best thing. And with them two lives, that shows that. That shows that.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to do it for.
And that it's not fake and what other people's think and that. It shows that, because they worked together, they didn't know anything about each other or what each other were saying, and then it just shows.
I mean, even when you walk past each other, you just went, hello.
Yeah.
And I just, it was absolutely amazing. And the evidence that you guys are going to see, it's phenomenal.
It's great. Absolutely. Is there anybody else in the room that I'd like to talk about that night or give an opinion before we move on?
Were just incredible.
Deprivation
Were just amazing.
And you could actually hear the words.
Yeah.
Because you had the
Because he was so quiet.
camera so near to you, you could hear what you were. I'm like, yeah, it did say that.
I always love that when that happens.
Yeah, it's
When
great.
viewers can hear what's going on in the headphones.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing it, and if I was sat watching it at home, I'd be going, "That's a load of crap."
Yeah.
Just saying it.
Yeah.
But when the viewers can actually hear what.
100%. 100%. Definitely. So, do you think we should do it again?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Do you?
Yeah.
Where do you think we should do it next? What do you think would be a good place to do another?
Asylum would be good.
Where? Asylum. That would be good.
Be a good one.
Big enough to keep a distance away from each other, isn't it?
Would you be pleased to let you know? Would you be pleased if I let you know? I can't speak. Let you know. We're doing another.
Oh, brilliant.
We're doing a different one though. We're going to be doing a different one. So let me just put me swizzle. So we are going to be doing it again, but we're going to do it a little bit different. We are going to do it in Binbrook. So in the two buildings in Binbrook, we've got one building at the side of the other building, haven't we? We get similar activity in both buildings. So we're going to do it a little bit different. It's not going to be alone. It's going to be Trevor, Ron, me and Lisa. And we are going to split up into two. Don't know if it's going to be me and Trevor, me and Ron, me and Lisa. Don't know yet. So we're going to do it that way because somebody can hold the camera. And sometimes you get more activity if there's two. Because you can bounce off each other and everything else, not literally. So, God, I hope not. So yeah, we're going to do it like that. So in two different buildings, and we're going to see if we get, sorry, Alex and Janie, it's happening. And see if we can, get something similar, because I think you have to do an experiment more than once, don't you?
Well, for me, it needs to run for longer.
Run for longer?
I don't think that I personally felt quite rushed with it. I don't know if you felt the same.
You do know that you ran for over 2 hours, don't you?
Because you
35, 40 minutes in each cave when we went.
Right, okay.
It could have easily been an hour.
Yeah.
I didn't have chance. I wanted to do an EVP in each cave, but
Thing is, though, you was up early for work, Trev. You was up early for work and stuff, weren't you?
Yeah, you said you were late, weren't you? You
I'm
were
always
late
up
at
half
the
6
start.
regardless. It makes no difference.
But we can run longer because we'll do it on a Friday, and we can, I don't know, well, whatever.
Your choice, isn't it?
Yeah, Lisa already don't like it.
I don't like it.
I know. So, okie dokie. Shall we get on to the evidence? Right, what we're going to do, I'm just going to, me and Alex are going to go into the dining room. But I'm just going to show you, first of all, where we're staying. Should we have a little look round? Yeah? Okay, so, guys, when me and when me and Alex, you can come if you want, Janie, go and sort the evidence.
I've not seen them all yet.
Anybody can come. I just thought with the laptop. You can
All
all
go sit
come.
at the dining table.
All come and sit in the dining room. But first of all, let's have a little look at our stunning place that we're living in for 4 days. So, let me see if I can get a signal outside. So we are on Wi-Fi. So, we have rented this stunning manor house in the middle of Wales. If you can see, oh God, it's absolutely stunning. Obviously it's dark, but it's amazing, guys. It's cost an absolute fortune. Everybody's put together. We've all paid, 17 of us have paid like nearly £250 to stay here. So you can imagine how much it's cost. So let me show you through here. So this is like your little, because it used to be a hotel. And also, some famous people have stayed here. Hello! Got the kitchen. Got the maid over there. Kitchen's fantastic. We've got a lovely Arga, haven't we? And then it's fantastic. Look at this. We've had Amy doing a baking. Oh, Amy doing a baking, look. And Janie doing a baking. We have got fruit. And we've got a little place in here. What, the fruit?
Fridge.
We've got another oven. Let me look at fridge. Wow, freezer. That's for Buffy tomorrow.
Oh, I've got trifle.
Buffy.
Oh, I like trifle. I don't like the spongy bits then.
This, look, it's like a proper thingy, isn't it?
I don't like
Prison! Yeah, you can. We're going out.
I know. Nobody got excited earlier. It was
Oh. Let me go round to Arch. Wait. We've got a room to put. We've got a shoe room.
Have you noticed about this as well? It's got which rooms you're in.
Right, we're back. Hello. Hello, can I have a bacon butty, please? Brilliant. We've even brought us games, look. So if you've got a dog, you can wash your dog here. That's funny. Laundry room, look at this. Beautiful. Oh yeah, we've got a cellar as well down there, but it's locked.
Guess what though?
What?
There's a cellar key on that.
We don't work.
Don't it?
No. Then we'll just take you into the stunning. In fact, I'm going to put my hand over this. Put my hand over this. Oh, is the fire gone out? Look at the dining room. And it's stunning. And then there's like, how many rooms have we got? 10?
Something like that.
10 rooms.
Something like that.
Something like that. Okay. Just shut that door.
It's all right there, Rachel.
Beautiful. If we sit together. Is it gone out, that fire? Oh, we've just literally, all this fantastic splendour and everything, and we've just sat round here and had a kebab. Pizza and chips. Bless. Trevor had to go and pick it up. He had to drive half an hour for it, didn't he? Right, are you all going to sit down then? Exciting. 365 on. Stunning. What are you doing? Come and sit with me, Mummy. Whose is that phone? Oh. There's a chair there, darling. Right, just give us a minute, guys. Let's get everybody in. Who's coming in? Right, Alex. Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to let you talk.
So, I don't know how you want me to do it. Do you want me to show what a normal data looks like compared to how...
You can do.
So this is...
So is this from that night?
Yeah. So
Wow.
these are the locations that I've got here, of all the locations that I have data for.
This is
So-
all the locations. You see, I've not seen this.
Like, if I go to Eagle Chapel, that's how many hunts I've got on that. Cause,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And this is what type of stuff she writes down. Like, not even so far back as Mandy, when Mandy was out with us. Because you've
no,
even...
so that's if Mandy picks up things on chat,
Oh, it
that
is.
is. And if you're in the chat, I
But
do
you
yours
have
as well.
rewatched some olds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, team... Oh, hang on. Sorry, guys, hang on. Team feels sees. And then, obviously, who and what. Look, I love this.
And then it's
I love
got all the
this.
equipment.
Balls, REM pod. The bear, whether the bear's gone off. What's
You've
that?
got deprivation.
Deprivation.
And then this is... So because of the amount of times that I've done Eagle Chapel, that's where I've been... So the names that have come out.
Okay.
The ones in green are ones that are relevant to the the church.
Okay.
So they're people that are buried there, and then like how many times they've come out on different devices. So as you can see, Thomas there has come out 7 times.
Wow. I didn't even know you were doing this. That's fantastic.
Yeah, if it's something that I've got a lot of data on, then I can start analysing the data then, and I can...
So
like,
not
throw something
only
together.
are you collecting data on a hunt, you're also matching old data, and when you put on that's come out before, blah, 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 it's because you are going on here.
So when I'm doing it live, so you can see these boxes are highlighted here. So I can set it up so that if I type something in, so see you've got darkness there. If I type that in now, that automatically highlights the box for me, so I can say, oh, that's come out before, quickly chuck it in chat.
Wow.
Rather than me have to scroll through all this and go,
Of course.
has that come out before?
Wow.
That's very good.
So yeah, that's
It's
how that
amazing, isn't it?
works. So this is what like a normal data sheet will look like, with obviously just the team and one live running. Then that's quite far down. It's a lot of locations.
Wow.
So then this is what the double live one looks like. This isn't how, so the original one didn't look like this. This is how, after I've caught up and watched both lives.
Just turn it to me a minute. So, where is this the cave?
Yeah, so you've got the 3 pieces of equipment that Trevor started in. So I've named it Cave 1 is the cave that Trevor started in.
Okay.
Cave 2 is the cave that Ron started in. Mm-hmm. So you've got the 3 spirit talkers that Trevor started with.
Okay.
Then you've got Ron's. Then you've got Cave 1, Necro, Cave 2. Same for the REM pods.
Wow.
And then same for Hearing and Seeing. And then you've got Deprivation.
So the relevant words for deprivation you've highlighted.
Yeah, so they're ones that have come out multiple times. This is just during this hunt. So all of the blue, those words came out multiple times during this hunt.
Right.
And also the red ones. The green that I've highlighted is things that matched up and were relevant, which I'll go on to show in the videos.
Okay.
And then obviously you've got Ron 2. So when they swapped over, then obviously I put Ron in so I can keep it all the same location, the same.
Fantastic.
Same column.
Right, just to show that you do this on lots of hunts, just go to a random one. Let's come away from Anchor and let's just go, let's have a look what you got
Honestly,
here.
because that'll be the top of the list, won't it? It's alphabetical.
I mean, look, we've got East Drive, we've got...
Yeah, so that was the PPD. So that was a lot of data in one night. No, it's not that one.
Oh.
I think that one's on a separate file because it was huge. Because it ran for so long, there was so much data for it.
Look at all these locations. Go to Wolf Cottage. So let's have a look at Wolf Cottage.
Quite a lot for Wolf Cottage too.
You will have.
That was quite far
Wow.
actually, didn't it? So the red as well, and these little bits by ear. So where I've got stay direct response, I can then put a note on there saying what.
Rachel talking about the stairs. Okay.
Yeah. So if it was rather than just put direct response and then I look at it later and think, well, what was our direct response to? I can't remember that.
It.
I put a note on it.
So he's here. Somebody would have said, "Is Charlie here?"
Yeah.
And then that said,
Necro
he's
said
here.
he's here.
This is fantastic.
So that's why he's got on demand and DR, so direct response.
Wow.
Yeah, so the word
So that says
came
branch. So somebody walking through the branches and moving them. Wow. So that happened. We heard that, and then it said it.
Yeah, you asked where are you, and then Fireplace came out. Every hunt as well, so you've got the date in the corner, and then it's got a note then of who was on that hunt.
Okay.
That was a story that came out.
This is fantastic to see it properly, because I know you put it on, we have a zone page where you put stuff on, but to see it like this is mind-blowing.
This is why it's taken me so long to get all the data on the history page, because there's a lot of it.
Honestly.
Yeah, we got
fantastic.
Bimbrook as well.
Bimbrook. Oh my God, look at Bimbrook.
So all the red, all of those red boxes, that's things that have come out multiple times
Okay.
at that location.
Wow, look at this, guys, for Binbrook. Absolutely amazing. And I'm so glad that the viewers are seeing the background work that Retford Ghost Hunters does, that Alex does.
Can I show you my surprise that I started for you?
Yes,
I haven't told you
please.
about yet. So, I've got a calendar. Now, this
Okay.
calendar goes back to 2021.
Right.
So, all the hunts you've done, where they were, what date, they're all on the calendar. I think I've got as far as 2022. Now they're taking the lives away and I've got the live links. So I'm livid. Yeah, so all of them now have the live link. So I haven't done any of the data on these ones yet.
Oh my God.
So if I go to this year, where are we? So all the ones marked in green, they're the ones that I've personally myself done live data for. You've got links. What I've started doing, so when we're doing the history and you get a date, so it's like with some graves, you've got the anniversary of the death, the birthday, anniversaries of the plane crash in an area. We'll hopefully eventually have a full calendar list with all the dates.
Oh my God.
So if you're like, oh, I don't know where to go Tuesday, you can have a look at the calendar and be like,
are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, when I did Ethel, when I said to you, wasn't it? And I was like, it's your birthday on Sunday, and you went.
We did.
Like, do you know what? That would be a pretty good thing to have to hand.
That is amazing. And look at what we got.
So, yeah, I've started doing that.
That's amazing.
So I've done a couple of the churches.
Wow.
So, yeah, and it'll say there, so the church and whether it was a death or a birthday. But some of them, so...
What are these people buried in the church? Do you mean?
Yeah, so for that one,
what?
So when I do my history on a church, I've got all of the graves, pictures of the graves, and then the details of
God,
the people on the graves.
This is fantastic.
So I can go through that and get, like Wolf Cottage. There's one there for Wolf Cottage. So this is still early.
Yeah.
Me doing that. And then again, if you click on the person, so All Saints, click on it, birthday, it was Hugh Fortescue's birthday on that day.
And you've actually literally had to type in that data?
Yeah.
So when she's got a migraine, you know why. Bless
So then,
Ron, did you know this?
That must take you some right time.
Alex, honestly, that is mind-blowing. Wow.
You've got your own.
Every time I ring her, she's like, I'm doing data.
Do you not get fed up with it?
No. I find, because I'm so scatty and like...
Please!
Like, no, I've always got to be doing something. My brain has got to be occupied all the time. Like, so if I do get downtime, and I'm not in the mood for reading or whatever, I need to be doing something. So, yeah, keeps me...
It's absolutely fantastic.
I've got one of the graveyard ones to show you. Hold on. So golf though, so this is the history. So that's you write it.
Okay.
Then there's the timeline. Got
Pictures.
But then if you go down, that's where I've got the photos of the grave. So who it is, how old they are, if there was any information. So they were born in 1820, died October 25th, 1898. Wife Elizabeth is buried with him and their parents. So this is where Louise can massively help with this. I've not spoken to her about it yet, Mike.
Okay.
But obviously if you've got what's the one that's got like thousands of graves? No, I'm never going to complete that one.
No.
Why not?
But if you've got ones like this, because she's much better at the ancestry
Yes,
stuff.
yeah.
So, yeah, if I've got names and things like this, can confer with Louise and then she can find out a bit more about their family and things. Because a lot of the time you have literally just got the name, maybe their date of death, whatever's on the gravestone.
Wow.
So...
Just tell them to be quiet, will you? Absolutely.
So yeah, eventually, another one is the mill. That's
mill?
another timeline, Newsom.
Oh, Newsom Mill, of course. Yes.
So yeah, I've got the newspaper articles for that one. So yeah, every location that I've done history on, they've all got their own file. So I'll have the live going on my phone, because it crashes on the laptop for some reason now. So I have the live going on my phone. I'll then have like the mod chat and stuff on the laptop. I've got the data on the laptop and the history sheet. So what I would do is not that. We don't do that.
Wow.
So I can split screen it.
Oh,
If something's
right,
coming
okay.
out, so I can quickly whack the data in.
Oh, that's brilliant, yeah.
If it's a name, I can then go Walter and then search, and it'll come up if Walter's in the history anyway. So it's all very fast.
Don't ever fall out with me, will you? I'll be sat in the garden.
Now that we're going to be doing these double lives, I've got some requirements.
Yeah.
I want a weekend away after every single one.
Do you think you need any help? Do you think we need any more help? Any more historians?
No, I think as far as history goes, I think we all work really well together when we find...
What about data?
Data, the only thing that I sort of, is if I can't be on, obviously I had like a month off.
We've got Janie.
Yeah. So then if we're doing the double lives, obviously if we're doing a double live and you want the data there and then, obviously me and Janie will both have to be available for that.
Yeah.
But no, I think we've got a pretty good setup, do you?
Yeah. Okay, absolutely phenomenal. The comments here is just amazing, and I think it just shows what we are. It really does, and I'm a bit lost for words, actually. It's fantastic.
I know, I've been on the team here and I've never showed you what I've done.
Because every time we get together, you forget your laptop or you forget to get it out. Can you remember last time? Right, let's get to the night.
Okie dokie. So I'll start with the stuff that I haven't got made videos for. There was... So something that I found interesting was necrophonics for the night. So in Cave 1, which was where Ron did deprivation, we were going a lot of Boy was coming out all the time up. And it was the same thing, wasn't it? Yeah. It's just the same things kept coming and coming and coming. So when I compared it to when Trevor did necrophonics in there, he was also going the same kinds of words. But when Ron did necro in the other cave, wasn't relevant until you moved into that cave, and that's when Boy and the boys and stuff started coming out.
Yes.
So I think when you had said, if you want to follow me, come with me, I think something possibly did. River, what was the relevance to the word river?
Well, it's literally because I think the relevance for me is because it's literally on the riverside.
Yeah.
It's the trend.
Step into the river.
So in Cave 1, you both had river, came out for both of you.
Wow, it is literally there, isn't it?
It's you could dip your toe in it from cave.
Yeah. When Ron was doing deprivation and Trevor asked were the boys hurt and what happened to the boys, Ron said Mark twice and then somebody Mark as well.
He did, yeah.
So yeah, that was something, because I think, and what I'd like to point out as well is that where you was asking, say 13, say anchor, and he didn't say it, I think that just proves that, it's not a setup.
Oh,
There was nothing.
I think
you weren't really getting direct responses to what you were saying. The things that I'll show you that happened during deprivation, it was correlations, but it wasn't direct responses to what Trevor was saying. And I think you could have set that up to, like when we do deprivation, make sure you say 13, because I'm gonna. I think it just proves that.
I think
honest about
showing all the extent of everything that we do. I just don't think what's the point in doing all that if we fake.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's
I
Just
like
let me
it
twist
sometimes
this.
when we don't get what we ask for, because it proves that,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Sometimes I like a quiet investigation. I think, yeah, we haven't got much, but so yeah.
Do we want videos?
Thank you. Thank you. We do. Oh, Amy's just lost her soul.
So
Thank you.
it all says what happened. It's all
So you're
labelled
gonna
on
have
the
to-
video anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna have to bring it to me.
So there was a lot of words coming out that were related to home and things like that with Trevor. And then when Ron did the deprivation, Ron said come home twice, and yeah, so I'll just let you
Okay.
watch.
So this was going on in one cave while the other.
Yeah, so it's labelled Cave 1, who was in there at the time.
Just bring
and
it
then-
right to me, right to end. Thank you. Okay.
Just wait for everyone to shuffle a sec. Start on it.
Now that one.
Oh, I'm trying to
You're
breathe.
clicking.
Taken home. I just wanted to keep the camera where it was. This was your home.
Miss you.
Any spirits who are still around me, I need you to go and tell them the alarm will go off when it's time to end this.
Wow.
And I'll be there a little bit closer.
So that
Wow.
was interesting.
He didn't
because as
even
Trevor-
know.
But as Trevor was saying, like, he'll know when it's time. Ron said it's time.
Let's do it again. Okay, okay.
There's a volume up in more, Alex, isn't it?
No.
Taken home. I just wanted to keep the camera where it was. This was your home.
Miss you.
Any spirits who are still around me, I need you to go and tell them the alarm will go off when it's time to end this. And I'll be there a little bit closer.
Wow. Okay. Impressed?
Quietest he's been,
It is actually. Okay.
So again, there was just the same theme of being lonely and being alone that they both got in both caves.
Okay.
Again, it's all labelled for you.
Thank you.
Left alone.
I'd love for you to set that device off again as powerful as you have been.
It gets lonely.
I'm all the way back here and it's...
Sad only.
Tell me why you're sad. Come and tell us why you're sad.
So that one, where it could only come up briefly where it said note the time. So Ron's ahead of Trevor's.
Right.
So, but on the timings, it was exactly 2 minutes apart.
Right.
Where those words came out. And obviously you were in different locations at the time. But if you take into account the fact that Ron was ahead, I think it was pretty much the same
time
that it came out.
Wow. So the same message was getting through to both of them that somebody was lonely. Wow.
This I found interesting. Again, it all.
Oh yeah.
I can hear it's like vibrating. Can anybody hear?
Is that the vibrations of thread?
And again, that was in the same cave. So that was cave
right.
1.
So that's
So
cave
you
1.
said
The same evidence with both in cave 1.
So you said in cave 1 like it feels like vibrations, can you hear it? And then when you went into cave 1, it says they feel the vibrations of dread.
That's
I thought
amazing.
that was really...
That's nuts, isn't it?
So almost telling you
And
by
also-
that device that I sense the vibrations.
But they
That's
would...
mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff that did correlate as well, I noticed, was coming out on different devices. So it's not like, you know, it was all Spirit Talker and you can say, oh, well, you know, it's got the same kind of words in there, so it could be a coincidence. No, it was all coming out on different bits of equipment.
Wow.
What connects you to the cave? And it says, I worked here. Can you tell me what you did here? What work did you do? Was it for Bernard? I know they had some extravagant garden parties outside. Did you serve the sandwiches and the tea? I just wanted to keep the camera where it was.
my home.
This was your home. You lived here. But you were a servant. I'm going to ask you some questions on another device now. And perhaps you could answer those words. Just see what the Alex box has just said.
So this is the other cave at the same time.
Yeah.
So we've had work hard and saw. Head wolf! That just said a servant's hit.
Wow.
Hang on.
Now that is mad.
Yeah, so Trevor was
picking up,
directly, are you a servant? What did you do here? Did you save them? And then in the other cave, Ron had servant hit.
Yeah.
Which obviously you thought the sign was completely
Yeah,
irrelevant.
Then Bernard and
Amazing.
Edward.
Yeah,
Same
Bernard,
person. Are
yeah.
the same person. Did you know that, Alex?
Are they?
Yeah.
Bernard and Edward are the same person. And I asked if you watched that video back and did you work for Bernard?
Yeah.
And then
the
he-
device in the other
before
cave,
he
just
was-
said Edward.
So when he was King of Mercy, it was King Edwulf.
Right.
When he was committed his crime, he then became Saint Bernard.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, there you are
So that
then.
makes
There you
that
go.
even more
That's
amazing.
even more. Yeah. Wow.
So the next two are things that came out with Trevor. So the word relevance came out with Trevor. And then during deprivation, Ron said either the same thing or something similar.
Okay.
And obviously you saw them pass each other. There was no information exchange
No.
between them.
Underwear.
Just going to pick up the necrometer so I can hear it.
Knickers.
That is such a random thing to come out,
Innit?
like underwear. Like, that's not a word that comes out often.
No.
Definitely.
No.
So then for him to come out with
With
knickers, I
knickers.
was like,
Yeah.
how random is that? No idea what it means, what they were trying to convey. But yeah, it's just one of those correlations.
It's weird, isn't it?
And then we had the name Stephen.
Can you do that for me?
Stefan is watching over you.
Stephen is watching over you. Wow, that was insane. So on here we have old bag. What was that growling noise on his phone?
Stephen.
Stephen again, that came out when I was there.
Wow.
And again, that
Wow.
was in the same cave.
Yeah.
So Stephen came out for Trevor in cave 1. Ron went into cave 1 to do deprivation.
Yep.
And then Ron got Stephen as well.
Amazing. Because I think it's not just like to try and get the same thing going off. Like what's going off. Because we thought, how can I put it? What's going to go off in Ron's cave is going to go off in Trevor's cave at the same time. But actually, it's more where you both have gone to one cave and got the same evidence. That's how it's worked out, isn't it? So with that then, the spirit followed Trevor at one point, but the other spirit was still in that cave, and you got the evidence of that. How do you feel? Seeing it?
Now you see it, it's like
There's too many coincidences.
Yeah,
if it was a coincidence,
I think I'm confident to say that we safely got what we went to get. When we left, we was a little bit like, I don't think we've done it.
well, I was like a bit like, we're all right, but I think you need to watch it back, or maybe not watch both together, watch one and then watch another, because it's very difficult to watch two together in it. Because you can hear you talking, and it's like, if I turn my head that way, I'd got Ron. If I turn my head that way, I'd got Trevor. But yeah, amazing.
There's another one.
Oh, there's another.
I've saved the best for last.
Oh, and
I'll
another.
explain this one a bit first. So, in Cave 2, I think it was Spirit Talker said to Ron, you remind me of someone. Then they swapped over. So Trevor's then in Cave 2. And Trevor gets, you remind me of someone. Trevor says, who do I remind you of? And he gives a direct response, Joseph. At the same time, in the other cave with Ron, it came out, you look the same. Now, I think at the time you thought like the same as last time I saw you. And you make a comment about that. And then straight after that, it says, my name is Joseph.
Quick. Wowzers. And this is at the same time. Wow.
What is that? What's flying in
You
here?
remind me of someone.
Who do I remind you of? After it said I worked here, it said, I'm so confused. You remind me of someone. Who do I remind you of? Can you tell me their name or a position of what they did? Who do I remind you of? Take your time.
Joseph.
I remind you of Joseph. Thank you. Who's Joseph?
Wow.
You look the same.
Thank you. I was a little bit away, but
My name is Joseph.
hello, Joseph.
Unbelievable.
That's mad. And I completely missed that on the that's mad. Can we watch that one again?
Yeah.
What is that? What's flying in
You
here?
remind me of someone.
Who do I remind you of? After it said I worked here, it said, I'm so confused. You remind me of someone. Who do I remind you of? Can you tell me their name or a position of what they did? Who do I remind you of? Take your time.
Joseph.
I remind you of Joseph. Thank you. Who's Joseph?
You look the same.
Thank you. Okay, so I was a little bit away, but
My name is Joseph.
hello, Joseph.
That's I mean at the time you took it as in.
I love the different ways of investigating that. Like Trevor's like serious and like waiting, and you're like, oh, thank you. Takes it as a compliment. Wow. Oh dear me, that is absolutely amazing. If that's happening at the same time as well, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So you're saving the best till last.
That's
it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought you had two more. Sorry. That is fantastic. Absolutely. Wow. People are blown away. Well done, Alex, and well done, Janie.
Yeah, well done.
Because obviously Janie... No, it's not. It's not. It's not. You collected data as well, and it must be so difficult.
What she does there is amazing.
Oh, it is.
Absolutely
It is.
amazing.
Absolutely. Incredible. Incredible. So, should we go back in the room and have a little discussion about what we've.
We know we had a good hunt, didn't we? We had some really good evidence, and when we left, we think, well, we've had great evidence, we had loads of activity, and we were really pleased with our own investigation.
Yeah.
However great we thought they were, it's just amplified tenfold because of the work that you guys do behind the scenes.
Because I had both of them on at the same time. So when yours was quiet, and so I'd be focusing on yours, and something would be happening, and I'd be like, "Oh my god!" Like I want to tell you, like,
you had that excitement before.
Yeah, like that name. You need to dig about that name because that was something, and I couldn't say anything, which was really hard.
Of course, because normally you would put on something, but you know, and that's the other thing as well. Everybody did so good, not sort of like we asked people not to contaminate, and you didn't. It was really, really good.
It was really hard. I went to type a few times to Trevor and was like, "Nope, that's not."
I know. Fantastic. Okay. You'll have to be careful that Alex isn't hunted by another team.
She ain't going nowhere.
No.
She can't leave. Sorry, she's handcuffed.
She only goes there.
She's under contract.
Yes, and that.
And we're a taxi service.
Okay, we'll just leave these cups in here for now and we'll go through. Amazing. Hang on, I'm lost. Is this way? Yeah, it is. I think it's going to take us a couple of days to get used to this place. Right, guys. Okie dokie. Did you watch any of that?
Yeah.
Or did you just all chatter?
Amazing work from the girls.
So, okie dokie. Let me just... Oh, where do I sit? Right, let me just go in a minute.
I'm chucking everything out your bag.
It's alright. Not much in it.
Oh, sorry for that.
It's on fiver.
Are you warm yet?
Lovely, toasty.
So, what do people think of that?
Awesome.
That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Incredible.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So, how do you feel now about doing experiments and...
It needs to happen again, 100%.
Did anybody else in this room know the incredible extent that Alex...
No, absolutely not.
So basically, our team was not aware of what you do.
No.
I mean, I know you tell us that you collect data and you show me, you put it on the thingy, but you're up and beyond.
I think that's the point. It's not just collecting the data. It's data analyst. You've got to analyse that data.
Yeah.
You've got to do something with it. It's good to just have it, but to be able to make like the lists and things, and to be able to see, so I can quickly say, well, that's like 3 times a year. And, I quite like the calendar part of it as well.
Yeah, you're very clever as well to be able to do that. It's amazing, absolutely. So, that's all we've got for tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, on to the next.
Alex is worth a weight in diamonds. She is.
It's only about 2 stones.
Yeah,
so
not a lot. Anyway, guys. So you are. I'll tell you that. I know. So, guys, we're gonna come off. We're gonna chill, relax, and go to bed actually in a bit. But if you are a supporter, we will be out tomorrow doing our explores and stuff like that. Now, just to let you know, some of the places where we are is no signal at all. Is there? No. Not even an antenna on a sheep. No. It's horrendous. Literally, we're on the Wi-Fi here. If you step out, gone. So there might be some pre-records that we will upload after. But I'm sure there'll be some places that we get signal. We have brought Derek, but bring on, what do you call him, Starlink.
That's
Can't
wait today here, the Starlink.
Is it?
Yeah, she told me today.
Ooh, we're on Starlink. Elon.
Yes.
So we will see you around. But tonight we are going to enjoy ourselves. We're just going to relax. We're not going live anymore. Cake. We're having cake and chilling, and then we will be with the supporters over the next few days. All right. So take care and we will see you soon.
Night night.
Good night.
Already.
Max putting telly on already. Best thing is, we're watching RGH on YouTube. Bye.